For these next few moments, you get to set everything aside. There's nothing else you need to do. Nothing you have to fix or control. And nothing to worry about. All those thoughts and to-do lists, you can let them go for a while. Right now, you have permission to simply be. All that matters is that you allow yourself to rest, breathe, and settle. Now picture this. Your mind is a garden. Not a metaphor, not an idea, a real place. One that exists in its own quiet way, just behind your eyelids. You don't have to force the image. Just allow it to unfold. It begins as a soft, open space. You stand at the edge of it. The sky above is pale, endless and warm, like early evening in late spring. The sun isn't harsh, just a golden light that makes everything glow. There's a low wall made of stacked stones, smooth, moss-covered and welcoming. You step forward onto a winding path. The gravel beneath your feet crunches a little. Each step is deliberate but unhurried. You are here to tend, to walk through this garden that is entirely yours. Look around. The garden stretches in every direction, lush and alive. There are rows and beds of plants. Some are orderly, lavender in neat hedges, mint in green mounds, marigolds opening like small suns. Others are more wild, trailing vines, tall sunflowers bending toward the sky, a fig tree with thick leaves and twisted roots. In some places, things are a little tangled. Not wrong, just overgrown. There's a rose bush sprawling across a path. There's a patch of ground ivy creeping toward your herbs. A few tall weeds that grew fast when you weren't looking. But there's no judgment here. Not from you, not from the garden. In your hand is a small pair of garden shears. In the other, a watering can. Both are light and familiar. You choose what to carry today. Some days call for pruning, some for watering, and some for simply walking. Today, you do a little of each. You walk slowly toward a patch of lavender. Its purple flowers wave softly in the breeze. You kneel, feel the warmth of the earth beneath you, and gently snip a few brown stems. Not many, just enough to let the rest breathe. The smell is sharp and clean. It clears something inside of you, like exhaling something old. You stand and walk again. The path curves beside a pond. Water lilies float, wide and peaceful, their blossoms half closed for the evening. A frog rests on some warm stone. He doesn't move when you pass. You're part of the garden now. Nearby, a tree shades a low bench. You sit for a moment. The shears rest on the ground. You lift the watering can and gently pour it at the base of a fern growing nearby. Its fronds unfurl just slightly, almost like a stretch. In the distance, wind moves through tall grasses. There's no rush, only rhythm. You notice now some parts of the garden are less visited. A winding path leads to a more shaded corner. The plants there are different, darker, leafier and quieter. You walk slowly towards it. These are the deeper thoughts, the ones that live in the shadows. Not bad, just hidden. You touch the leaves gently. A tangle of honeysuckle, a hedge of fig, and a single white flower you don't recognize, blooming quietly from under a thistle. You kneel again and begin to trim. Not to erase, but to shape, to give space, to create room for light and air. As you work, you feel your mind softening, not going blank but opening, making space and letting go of any noise. You stand again, walking slowly. Now at a fountain, which is made of stone and is round. The water spills gently over the rim, constant and soft. You sit beside it, dipping your fingers into the cool surface. Each ripple carries something away. Thoughts you no longer need. Questioned without answers. The sharp edges of your day, gone. You're not pushing them. You're just watching them drift away. A bird lands near the water. It drinks, looks at you and flies away. You feel a sense of quiet satisfaction, like something is being restored. It's not being made perfect. It's just being made clear. You're not trying to control your thoughts. You're tending to them, watching them grow and trimming where needed, watering what matters. And now, You walk one last stretch of the path, a quiet part of the garden meant only for rest. The ground here is soft, thick with moss and petals. A wooden bench waits beneath a tree. You sit. You set the tools down, and you breathe. Your work is done for today, and now it's time to rest. The sky above your garden has deepened. The light now glows golden at the edges, fading into soft, smoky blue. The day is folding itself away, and the garden changes with it. You notice it first in the air, cooler, more still, and carrying new scents, like damp soil, sweet chamomile, and perhaps the faint trace of night-blooming jasmine. Leaves rustle in low tones, like whispers exchanged in twilight. Crickets begin to hum softly, somewhere deep among the tall grass. And overhead, the first stars appear, scattered and small. You lie back on the bench, or maybe it's your bed now. It doesn't matter. What matters is you're resting, and the garden is resting with you. You are not separate from it. You are in rhythm with it. And now it's time to follow the garden's invitation into stillness. As you begin to relax, your mind and body relax. Your body is the soil where the garden of your thoughts grow. And tonight, you give it your full attention. Starting at the crown of your head, imagine a soft glow settling there, like the last light of evening sun touching the highest tree branch. Nothing sharp, just a hush, a warmth that spreads. Let that warmth move to your forehead, where it smooths, like water settling in a pond after wind. No ripples, no strain, just a wide, clear surface. The muscles around your eyes loosen. Imagine soft petals folding inward for the night. They don't need to stay open. You've seen enough for today. Rest comes more easily when eyes are allowed to close. Let the release flow down your cheeks to your jaw. That strong hinge of doing and speaking and holding relaxes. Your mouth softens. No more words or responses, just quiet. Now your neck. Feel it unwind, as though the stem of a flower finally bows after a long stretch towards the sun. The weight lifts from your spine. Your throat feels open, and air flows through easily with no resistance. Feel the release move into your shoulders. Imagine them as wide leaves, damp from a gentle rain. They drop with permission. Let that feeling flow down your arms, your upper arms, elbows, forearms, wrists, hands and fingers. All soft now. Bring your awareness to your chest. Feel your breath rising and falling. Not forced, just like the wind through the trees. Steady, measured and enough. With every inhale, imagine drawing in cool evening air from the garden. Air that carries the scent of lavender and earth. And with every exhalation, release any tension, like dry leaves falling from a branch. Now your belly. Let it expand gently with your breath. No effort, just presence. Think of rich soil, deep, steady, holding everything that grows above it. It doesn't rush. It doesn't resist. It just allows. Let that permission move through your back, upper, middle and lower. Each segment softens, like a trellis, no longer needed for climbing. Feel your hips relax and sink, settling, as if grounded and held by the ground. Let gravity do the rest. Now your legs, which are strong stems, let them soften, along with your thighs, knees and calves, all becoming heavy and still. Your ankles loose now, and your feet, the roots of your body. Let them rest. Imagine them nestling into warm soil, secure and still. And your toes, small, sensitive, like new sprouts tucked beneath moss. No pressure, no movement, just calmness. Now gently step back and feel your whole body at once. The garden is not outside you anymore. You are the garden. You are the space between the leaves, the hush between branches. You've trimmed what was tangled. You've watered what matters. And now it's time to let it all be. No tending, no planning, just trusting. A garden doesn't grow from effort alone. It grows from rest, patience, and sleep. The garden around you has fallen into full night now. The colours have softened. Greens become dusky grey. Petals fold inward, and the whole world settles like a blanket over the land. The last light lingers just above the horizon, not shining, just resting there like a memory. You lie back now. You don't need to hold your body anymore. The garden is holding it for you. And slowly, it holds your mind too. The sounds have changed. You hear only what belongs tonight. A gentle rustle of leaves high above. The wings of a moth barely audible. The faint chirp of a cricket. And underneath it all, the hum of silence. And your thoughts become leaves now. Soft, light leaves drifting down from the branches, settling gently onto the moss. Every thought about the day is now gone. Any worry about tomorrow is drifting. Any memory that surfaces for just a moment fades like mist. Nothing is pushed. Nothing is fought. It's all just laid down. There is nothing else to do, nothing else to carry. You've cared for what needed care, and now your only task is to let go. The scent of the night, the feel of cool air over your skin, the sound of sleep moving closer. You are ready now. As you fall asleep and just let go. The room is quiet now. Just you and the window. You're sitting comfortably, wrapped in a duvet or a blanket, gazing out into the darkness of night. The light inside is low. The air is still. Nothing pulls at your attention, except what's just beyond the glass. Outside, the night holds itself like a secret. The kind of stillness that makes every small detail come alive. A few street lamps glow in the distance. That deep amber-orange light they give, casting halos around trees, brushing fences in gold, and tracing soft shadows along garden walls. There's a wall just outside your window, and along it, a cat walks slowly. It's graceful and balanced. Its fur shines faintly in the lamplight. Its paws silent. Then something shifts. A figure appears, walking a dog. The leash swings between them like a lazy pendulum. The dog pauses, sniffs, then trots on. The cat slips out of view. One by one, things are vanishing. You watch the dog walker turn a corner into the darkness. There's no drama. They're just gone. You glance upward. The sky is dark with fast-moving clouds drifting across it, which blot out the stars and briefly hide the moon. You see it only for a moment, that silver-white crescent barely there. Then the clouds take it again, gone. You keep watching and observing. Far in the hills, you notice headlights of a car moving along narrow roads. The light glides in the darkness, and then it too disappears behind the bend of a hill. And now there is only stillness. The orange glow of the street lamp remains, soft, unmoving, framing everything but framing nothing at the same time. It's like a stage with no actors, and a story that has stopped needing words. You feel your breath slowing and stretching, matching the quietness of the outside world. A drop of rain taps on the window. You barely hear it. A tick, like a soft tap from a fingertip. Then another, and another. Each one falls into the amber glow of the streetlight, momentarily visible before streaking down the glass. The rain begins to speak. Not loud, just a faint rhythm, which is somewhat hypnotic. You watch as tiny lines begin to trail down the window pane. Some short, some wandering and taking their time, some merging with others and sliding into streaks that look like falling constellations. The orange light outside catches the edges of the water. It makes it sparkle and makes it soft at the same time. It's mesmerizing. You notice your breath slowing and deepening more, as if each raindrop pulls something from you. And as you exhale, a little more weight leaves your chest. The rain begins to thicken, a steadier rhythm now. A sound like 1,000 soft brushes tapping glass. You turn your gaze downwards. The pavement outside is beginning to change. Dark patches of moisture spread like ink into paper. They grow, connect, and deepen. Tiny puddles form in the shallow dips of the ground. Each one flickers with orange light, like warm gemstones being born from concrete. The world continues to disappear, but not in a sad way, in a quiet and peaceful way. There is nothing left to chase, nothing to do. You don't want to move, because this moment has become its own kind of sleep. You begin to notice something in the rain. Perhaps it's a thought or a feeling. The rain on the glass is not just weather. It's a mirror. It's your mind. The first drops, small, scattered and isolated, like worries trying to be heard. But as more fall, they collect. They run together and wash the window clean. As you watch them, you begin to feel it in yourself. Your thoughts, those stray ones, those stubborn ones, they start to blur. They're not completely erased, they're just quiet. Their edges are softened as they lose form. And all you see is rain. There's no pressure or trying, just this. The sound, the shimmer, the slow streaks down the glass. It's enough to relax your mind and body. Your body tells you it's time as you pull back the sheets and slide into bed. The mattress welcomes you with support, softness, and readiness. The blanket is warm and weighted just enough to remind you that you're safe. You turn toward the window again, and you watch. The rain keeps coming. You lie still, watching the glass blur. Some raindrops streak fast. Others crawl like tiny rivers of thought. Each one traced with gold from the street lamp. Each one its own small meditation. The sound is constant now. A patter. It covers everything. It clears everything. Any mental clutter or any noises from the day are now gone. Even the rain itself becomes a kind of silence. And just above you, on the ceiling, the light from the lamp and the water from the glass cast shadows that move. You see them. Lines, shapes and squiggles, patterns of peace. You watch them dance and trace them with your eyes. Each one is a thread, pulling you down, deeper into stillness. Now lying on your back, perfectly still, you no longer just watch the rain. You're becoming part of it. And as you drift, you notice that your head feels as light as mist. Your eyes are shut and drifting off. Your jaw is now floating, unhinged. Your neck and shoulders sunken, still, and warm. Your arms heavy, drifting outward like long branches. Your hands are open and resting. Your chest rises and falls like a boat on calm water. Your hips planted in the mattress like roots. There is no tension left in your legs. And your feet are melting into the blanket as your toes uncurl and are left undisturbed. You're not lying in bed. You're being carried. Your breath is all that's left, and even that is slower, softer and further apart. The rain on the window is fading now. Or maybe you're fading from it. Your eyes try to find one more raindrop, but they close. And in that darkness there is peace. Heavy, deep peace. kind of peace that pulls you under and holds you until the morning. Sleep now. Have the best sleep you've had in a long time as you just let go. Right now, you're so relaxed. Your whole body feels loose and comfortable, like you're melting into your bed. Your mind is calm and open, just quietly drifting along. In this peaceful state, your imagination is free to wander wherever it wants to go. Maybe you're starting to drift off. Maybe you're floating between dreaming and waking. Either way, it's all perfectly okay. You might see soft colors or gentle images, or just feel a sense of warmth and ease. Let your imagination guide you, knowing you're safe and relaxed. You're standing at the edge of a small dock, looking out across still water that mirrors the lavender of the sky. A boat is waiting for you. A little rowboat made of wood, which has been worn smooth over time. The kind of boat that doesn't ask where you're going, only that you're ready to leave. The air is hushed. There are no engines or roads. Just you, the lake, and the sound of your breath finally deepening. You step into the boat, and it rocks gently beneath your weight, like it's adjusting itself to carry you. You lower yourself onto the bench of the boat, and the water laps the boat like an old lullaby. You begin to row, slowly and gently. Each pull of the oars moves you forward. The bow sliding across the mirrored surface with almost no resistance. Behind you, the mainland starts to shrink. Its outlines soften. Any noises, even if only imagined, fade. The oars dip and lift. Their rhythm becomes your rhythm. Steady, calming. You're heading to an island now. It's not a resort or a destination. It's something much better. An untouched place, made for nothing but stillness and solitude. A place where you can find peace. The further you drift from the shore, the more your body begins to loosen. The muscles around your jaw, the space behind your eyes, the places in your shoulders that haven't known rest in so long, The sky has deepened into a wash of cool colour. Lavender at the edges, deepening to indigo near the horizon. And there, ahead of you, the island appears. Not all at once, not like a destination, but like something emerging slowly from fog. A soft curve of shoreline, palm trees rising from the center, dark against the sky. Golden sand like a ribbon unspooling across the water's edge. And there are no houses or lights, just space. You row gently until the boat drifts into shallow water. Beneath you, the seabed reveals a world forgotten by busy minds. Starfish cling to pale rocks, their arms motionless, but pulsing faintly with life. Seahorses float near waving blades of seaweed, their tiny bodies swaying like lanterns in the tide. You run your hand through the water. It's cool, clear and smooth as silk. And you step out of the boat. The sand accepts you immediately with its warm and powder-soft touch. It shifts under your feet, just enough to let you know that you've arrived. With every step forward, your body finds more gravity and more release. The tension in your hips, any tightness in your chest, all of it begins to melt, absorbed by the earth. You pause, turn back towards the water, and look at where you came from. The mainland is distant now, faint. And what little you can see no longer calls you. There is no pull at all, only peace. You take a deep breath, and it fills your lungs without effort. Your breathing feels cleaner here, less like survival and more like nourishment. You walk slowly down the beach, and with each step, grains of sand push between your toes. You watch them fall away with every lift of your foot, reminding you how easy it is to let things go when you're not trying to carry them. You crouch and trace a spiral in the wet sand with your finger. Time begins to slow down. It doesn't feel like evening anymore. It feels like forever. You pick up a small stone, which is smooth and flat, maybe the size of your palm. There's something comforting in the weight of it, real and simple. You step forward to the edge of the water. The tide kisses your feet and pulls back, like a whisper, like a promise. You hold the stone to your chest for a moment, and you think of a thought that's been weighing on your mind. Just acknowledge it. And then, with a flick of your wrist, you skim the stone across the water, bouncing once, twice, then disappearing. The thought goes with it. Not buried, not hidden, just gone. You pick up another and another. Each stone a worry, each skip a release. And soon your hands are empty and your mind is quieter. You brush the sand from your palms and look up. The sky has changed again. The sun is halfway down, and its light floods the horizon in shades of molten orange, deep rose and soft purple. The clouds, what few there are, hang like brushstrokes painted with the last light of the day. The reflection on the sea is unreal, like walking into a painting, like standing inside a dream you didn't know you remembered. You turn slowly in place. Let yourself take it all in. This is your world now. The island, the tide, the sky, everything. The mainland is now gone, vanished behind the curve of the earth. And somehow, that makes your breath easier. It makes your shoulders drop even lower. There is no plan now, no next, just now. As the light dims, you notice something tucked between two palm trees. A hammock. With its woven rope, it gently sways in a breeze. There are two lanterns hanging above it, waiting to be lit. As you approach it, you notice that the air is cooler now. Not cold, just full of evening. There's a small wooden matchbox sitting on a stump nearby. You strike a match. It flares with light, then settles. You light the lanterns. The hammock welcomes you as you climb in slowly. The fabric molding to your shape. A blanket is already there, soft, thick, slightly scented of cedar and firewood. You pull it over you and curl up. The lanterns flicker above. The sound of the waves has returned, rhythmic, even and kind. And now you are ready. From head to toe, your body begins to fade. Not all at once, but like the tide going out. Your scalp tingles with stillness, as if the sky itself has placed a gentle hand there. Your forehead is now smooth as driftwood. Your eyes closed like petals. There's no more blinking and no more needing to see. Your cheeks, your jaw, slack and soft, like sea foam on stone. Your neck and shoulders fall deeper into the hammock, supported, weightless. And as you begin to drift off, you feel your arms sinking. Then your hands opening and ungrasping everything. Each finger loosening immensely. You can sense the slowness and stillness of every rise and fall of your chest. And as your awareness begins to fade, your spine curves into the cradle of the hammock. The blanket wraps you in soft, dusk-colored sleep. Your legs drift like kelp swaying underwater. Your feet and toes dissolved and gone. The stars have taken the sky. The moon is rising over the water, pulling light across the waves like silver ink. Your breath is no longer something you do. It's something that happens to you. And as you fall asleep and your awareness fades, your body is gone. The world is gone. You are still and asleep.